All right, got on my bright colors, got my little pearls on, nice little kosher headband. Gotta make sure that I don't speak too loudly or come across too rough. Nobody said that you couldn't have a preference. Like, you absolutely can have a preference. I can prefer tall men, and I said this under Nia's comment. I can prefer tall men, but what I can't do is I can't say that I prefer tall men because short men cheat on their wives. That's a gross generalization. Cousins, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna try, not to speak. Wait a minute. Can I put mascara on my? I'm gonna put mascara on my other eyelash, child. I'm gonna do my best to not, get passionate in this video. Just to speak real even tone, real nice, and digestible, because whenever I speak passionately, for some reason, people seem to think that I'm offended. And I don't be offended, y'all. Like, it take a lot to offend me. I actually have to know you for you to offend me. But because I don't want to come across as if I'm offended, and because, with my hue of skin, I don't want to come across as rough. I don't even remember. But I don't want to come across the wrong way. Just remain even tone, okay, guys? So before we get started with how I feel about Kodak Black's statements, I just want to address a few things, because for some reason, whenever I make videos like this, there are comments in the comment section as to why I'm making videos like this. And the short answer is because I want to. But I just feel like it would be a dick of me to say that and just leave it at that. But really the short answer is because I want to, and that's what people do on their platforms if they want to talk about something. That's generally what a YouTube is for, is to present things that you enjoy talking about or enjoy doing on your YouTube channel. Also, I want people to understand, and I hope y'all can't hear Jay-Z playing in the background, because Lord knows I don't want the powers that be, and by B I mean B-E-Y and J-A-Y, to hear this playing and copyright me. So for some reason, whenever I create a video like this, people feel the need to comment in the comment section, oh my God, why are we talking about this? There are bigger things going on in the community to talk about. And for me, that is such a stupid and asinine thing to put in the comment section. It's like, if you thought it was such a unimportant topic to be talking about on YouTube, then why did you click on the video? Like, clearly you wanted to hear people talk about it, and now when you see the video, you're like, why are we even talking about this? There's bigger things going on in the world. First of all, please never get it twisted by watching however long this video is going to be, or any videos on my channel, that is solely what I'm focused on in my life. Like, people are so multifaceted. If you haven't realized that, it's so possible for me to come and spend 15 minutes recording in front of a camera to speak to my platform and to get, conversation going within my community. It's so possible for me to do that and still care about the Flint water crisis and still care about police brutality. Also, for the people who are gonna feel the need, because there's always some people who always, somebody always is gonna have a problem. Either I'm gonna be, too brown skin to be speaking on this topic for for dark skin girls. Oh, she not even dark skin, so she don't understand. I'm gonna get that. Or I'm gonna get, because I'm brown skin or because I'm dark skin, I'm bitter. So it's gonna be one of the two. Somebody's gonna be in the comment sections upset regardless. And a lot of people are gonna say, oh, why are you addressing this? Because the reason I'm gonna address it at the beginning of this video is because what I found is that the last video, people wanted to pop off in the comments and say certain things because they didn't stay to watch the whole video and they didn't get the point of the video. Again, I say, I find great joy in blocking people who want to come out of their ass in videos. Like, I find great joy in that. What'll happen is you'll talk out the side of your neck on the video. Nobody will see it. It'll go straight to my approves. I will go right back off on your ass and block you so you can't respond. Like, that's my petty. That's my level of petty. I'll let you say what you want to say because you want attention, but nobody will see it because you want that attention. And then I'll tell you about yourself and block you so you can't respond. Anyway, the reason that I wanted to come and talk about this on my channel is because, like you guys know, I like to talk about things that are affecting our community, and especially with the natural hair movement video that I created, and just seeing how much of a complete mess we are with each other. I feel like this topic with Kodak Black totally runs in line with that. And I was just looking at some of the comments that were coming in from that video. I don't really go to that video and read the comments, but like if I'm responding to y'all on my newer videos, sometimes those comments or notification of those comments will pop up because it's well over 1,000 comments and they're going. This really motivated me because Nia Imani on YouTube, I'm sure a lot of you guys follow her, but she posted something on her Instagram and it got a good dialogue going, and I'm sure, like she said, that she's gonna be coming out with a video with her take on this as well. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to her, go ahead and subscribe to Nia Imani on YouTube so that you can see her take on this, because I think it's important that a lot of people from a lot of different hues and a lot of different skin tones and a lot of different viewpoints weigh in on this. So this is in no means me like overshadowing what she's gonna say or anything like that. I'm totally here for whatever she's gonna say, and I'm open to dialogue. But this is what kind of inspired that. I was thinking about talking about it with my boyfriend. You guys have seen Teach on my channel. I was thinking about talking about it with him. However, he ain't here. And just some comments that were going on underneath my YouTube and stuff recently, I was like, I can't even wait till the next time he come visit for me to go ahead and talk about this. So if you guys have been living under a rock, or if you aren't on social media, or just that's not really your thing, Kodak Black, who, if I'm gonna be honest, y'all, the only reason I know who this man is, and it may be because I'm old, but the only reason I know who this man is because of Shade Room. He came out and he made a statement that basically said that he prefers light-skinned women. And initially when I read like the headlines that said Kodak Black prefers light-skinned women, I ain't feel no kind of way about it. I was like, okay. The whole Waka Flocka face, okay. Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, somebody having a preference doesn't bother me. And for some dark-skinned women or brown-skinned women, it instantly is a trigger. And I absolutely understand that, because I have dealt with color issues and issues with my color for a long time. As of this point, I consider myself a brown-skinned girl. I don't necessarily consider myself a dark-skinned girl, but for a long time, I did consider myself a dark-skinned girl just because that's what everybody told me I was. Or if you're a dark-skinned girl and you were of a certain hue, you would hear certain things like, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And for me, it was a, well, you're so dark, how did you get your hair like that? You must have some Indian in your family or something like that. It was just always something in reference to my skin. So it took me a long time to really understand and love my skin and really appreciate my skin and think that I'm beautiful. And that, a lot of that, or all of that, let me not even say a lot of that, came from like our community. It came from social media and certain platforms like Tumblr, and certain people just saying, no, dark skin is beautiful and you're beautiful how you is, and it's the problem with society. It's no problem with you. It's how people have been taught to view your skin. So that was kind of where I feel like people missed my point with. It's just like, the support within ourselves is there if we would just give it to each other. So when I saw that comment, when I saw the headline originally, I didn't feel any kind of way about it, because I'm so secure in myself and secure in my beauty and secure in the beauty that is dark-skinned women, that it didn't offend me for me to read that he prefers light-skinned women, because everybody has a preference. But then when I clicked that little see more and I saw what he said, he doesn't like dark skin. I'm paraphrasing. I am paraphrasing before somebody says, that's not what he said. You hear exactly what he said. I'm paraphrasing because I'm not gonna go look it up. It's not even worth it to go look it up on Instagram. But basically he said he doesn't like black bitches who are his complexion, like verbatim, like word for word. I know he said, I don't like black bitches that's my color or darker than me. I like light-skinned hoes. And like he went on like trying to like explain himself, and he was digging himself deeper and deeper in a ditch. It's so problematic that he uses himself as an example. Like, how do you use your own skin tone for an example of something that you don't like? And that's what really just made me look at him in a different way, and me just be like, you know what, that is self-hate. That's all self-hate. And so that's another reason why I really didn't even want to come off as angry or feeling some kind of way in this video, because Kodak Black, if he ever sees this video, I want Kodak Black to know that I really feel for him, because it is something serious to hate the skin that you're in, and that's all that is. That's projecting self-hate. When he was growing up, I guarantee you kids were telling him that he was a tar baby, that he was too black, that he was ugly, that, you know, skillet, all that. I know. And he's just projecting his self-hate on other people. He don't want, you know, to date somebody who solidifies what he deems and what he's told to be ugly. Now, while I understand that that's probably where that stems from, it doesn't make it okay. It's so problematic because, first of all, don't call me no black bitch. You don't like black bitches. How you gonna call a whole group of a certain skin tone of women black bitches and then turn around and say it's because we too rough and, you know, we feisty or whatever he said? It's like, I think anybody would if you sit there and call him a black bitch. Like, first of all, you don't even know, like, and so that's another reason why I didn't even feel no kind of way when I saw that he said that he didn't, that he preferred light-skinned women, because it's like, it's okay. Nobody prefers you. Like, you prefer light-skinned women, we prefer humans. But then he goes on to say that he prefers light-skinned hoes, which pause, like, you prefer light-skinned hoes. That, oh, that's flattering. You know, if I'm a light-skinned hoe, that's so flattering. But because they're softer and they're easier to break down. So to me, if you're a light-skinned woman and you heard him say that and that didn't offend you, as like, if you're not just as offended as the dark-skinned women being told that they're too rough and they're ghetto and hood and ratchet, you should be just as offended that he's looking at you as you're weak. He's looking at you as he's somebody that he can control, somebody that he can, quote, break down. Like, his whole mentality is so problematic. I don't even know where to begin. For you to look at a whole subset of women and call them, you know, rough and ratchet and hood, and then look at the other subset of women that's attractive to you and say it's because they're soft and easy to break down. Basically, he's calling you weak, and what that's saying is he's looking at light-skinned women as something that he can control. He's looking for somebody he can control. He's looking for somebody that he can break down, and that says so much about where his psyche is, how insecure that he is. And I just feel like it's so ironic and almost poetic justice that with this 444 album that Jay-Z just put out, and y'all know who I'm a fan of. Y'all know I'm a Tupac head. I have historically not been a Jay-Z fan. Not saying that I hated him, but just historically just wasn't a fan of his. Like, I respected what he did for the culture. I respected what he's built for himself and his empire and things like that, but I just wasn't a Jay-Z fan. But I think it's so just poetic justice that Jay-Z just released this album, and the second song on the album is Life of OJ, and literally the chorus says light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still nigga. There's such this huge divide in our community that stems back way farther than anything that you or I, me shooting this video or you watching this video, can even imagine. Like, it stems back to slavery. It stems back way back, hundreds of years ago, where they've ingrained in our head that light is better, light is right, simply because if you were a light-skinned slave, that meant that basically your mother had been raped by the master and you were a house nigga because basically you were his child. Like, so it's like, even then it's like really is being light-skinned in that sense. You know, they made it seem like light skin was, they had it so much better and it's so much right and they were in the fields. But it's like, in order in that time for you to have that light skin, 9 times out of 10 your mother got raped. So it's like, we gotta stop fighting each other and, you know, having this divide, this light skin versus dark skin and what's better, because it's so much hurt that stems from both sides. Like, yes, in this day and age, it's usually because, you know, it's an interracial thing, but at the end of the day, it's just like, you still a nigga to them folks that don't see you as nothing but a nigga, whether you light skin or dark skin. Like, I get it, there's certain privileges that are afforded to certain people, but guess what, y'all, we all privileged from something, and whether or not you want to accept that or not, we do. Everybody has some certain degree of privilege in America, whether it be light skin privilege, whether it be curly hair privilege, whether it be Christian privilege, because little do you know, as a Christian in America, you have privilege over all of the other religions, because our country was founded on Christianity. So imagine being a Muslim in America and you're a Christian, you have Christian privilege. Whether it be heterosexual privilege, oh, you have a ton of heterosexual privilege. Like, I understand as a heterosexual woman, I have privilege, but that does not mean that because there's certain things that I don't privilege from, that I have it worse. Like, everybody has some degree of privilege, and all we can do is stop fighting each other and figure out how we break these chains and these mental chains that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And it's not gonna be us continuing to attack each other. Boy, that's offensive to both of us. Like, it was mostly dark-skinned women in the comments feeling some kind of way, and then his fans and stuff saying that, oh, he deserves to have a preference, he deserves to do this. And it's like, nobody said that you couldn't have a preference. Like, you absolutely can have a preference. I can prefer tall men, and I said this under Nia's comment, I can prefer tall men, but what I can't do is, I can't say that I prefer tall men because short men cheat on their wives. That's a gross generalization that has nothing to do with all tall men or all short men. That just is my experiences with short men, and now I'm passing that on to every short man that I have. I had no problem with the fact that Kodak Black has a preference. We all have a preference. Like, it's a lot of women who prefer dark-skinned men, but you can prefer something, you can have a type, basically a type that you're more attractive to, but what you can't do is, you can't make a gross generalization and say, I prefer these men because this is the characteristics of all dark-skinned men. So that's it, y'all. Like, I didn't even really want to hold y'all long. I just wanted to come on here and put my thoughts out there. I feel like they were really jumbled, and I don't even know if I'm really making sense. It's really late at night right now, but it was just one of those things that I wanted to put out there. Like I said in my last video, I never intended for my channel to just be a channel where I came on and just showed y'all my hair and walked away. Like, yes, my channel is called Hair Mary. Yes, I want to give like hair advice and hair tips, but again, I'm a rounded person, so that's why I like to bring stuff like this on my channel. So how did you feel about Kodak Black's statement, and what did you initially, like, what was your first emotional response to reading what it said, especially if you are a woman? Like they said, like, let's just go with like on the paper bag test. Everybody has heard about the brown paper bag test. If you're a woman darker than a brown paper bag, how did you feel? Did you feel attacked? And if you're a woman light skinned, like if you're a light skinned woman, did you initially just like brush it off and just say, oh, well, he wasn't talking about me? Or were you offended as well? So just leave that in the comment section below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.